where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle An Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go.
First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, yeah.
Ooh, fire.
To which I'm going to say this live as we're starting episode number 124 of the Mizzle An Dub Show. So, our good friend JP from the All Pro Jaffos, to which you can catch also on YouTube on their show on Tuesdays and Fridays with him, Country K, and DJ Mattsticks. So I mentioned that the Superdome Meat Maker said that if you want, he can make a beat for the wrestling show. And he was like, well, hell, can you also do a show for the Jaffos? I said, well, I will talk to his dad and let him know. So
You ain't got to talk to me. You can strictly talk to your nephew.
You know that. Well, you know, still
he has my full. He has my full blessing.
Still our dad.
Yeah, he has my full blessing.
Okay, well, say no more. Say no more. But yes,
more exposure for the young man. I'm all for it.
Dub Show. Welcome to episode 124 of the Mizzle An Dub Show, as it is Football Sunday. Week 8 of the NFL season is here. It is upon us. And we are live. But there is some things that did happen in the world of sports. Upsets in college football. And
yes,
did Tyson Fury take a black eye for boxing? As we tease that.
Well, I'll tell you this. He threw an illegal elbow in that boxing match that they did not call. And I'm a little perturbed about that, because how does a boxer throw an elbow to the MMA fighter?
But yet the MMA fighter knocks down what some people think is the lineal boxing heavyweight champion of the world. And it ended up being a split decision in 10 rounds. But again, I'm thinking, okay, if he struggled with the MMA fighter, now granted, he had Mike Tyson training him, so I mean, that's a great showing for the young man. But if you look sluggish like that against an MMA fighter, what do you think Alexander Usyk's going to do to you in December?
Well, you want to know how I took about this fight? This fight reminded me of the movie The Great White Hype. It seemed like that Fury underestimated the young man, and the young man damn near almost shocked the world, which I think he did. I saw clips here or there, but from what Twitter was going on and saying, and of course what we saw in the boxing chat that was just taking over my whole work shift, but it seemed like that Fury lost the fight to what everybody was saying. So I don't know.
Which makes me ask the question: did he give boxing a black eye?
I don't think so. I would say the person that did that, the person that might have done that is one of my favorite boxers. I think it's Floyd Mayweather, because I think he shouldn't have fought Conor McGregor. I think for him to have that 50-0 record, he should have strictly fought boxers instead of fighting an MMA guy to try to get more money that he didn't need. You know, I get it. They're trying to incorporate MMA and boxing, but they just need to leave MMA and boxing with boxing. It's good for the people, you know, it's going to get good ratings and good money, but I don't know about MMA and boxing crossing over like that.
To which I have to ask this question, because I sent you the article and you're just like, what, why? Damn it, why? Damn it, why? I don't care if it's a damn exhibition. I'm just like, why? I
don't want to see it.
And of course,
I don't want to see Pacquiao.
Supposedly, I know you don't want to see it. Supposedly there is a exhibition supposedly happening between Florida and Packy because the first one that took place back in 2015, if I'm not mistaken.
It took too long.
And welcome to our two viewers that are it took way too long. And welcome to our two viewers that are watching us live. We appreciate you. And feel free to say something in the comments to let us know how you're doing. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I know a lot of Halloween parties have been going on this weekend, which I'm sure there's more to come, but we will see what happens when Fury takes on Usyk in December. But even though you said you were kind of nervous, but you shouldn't be, but nonetheless, your boys took care of business tonight, as they did what they were supposed to do in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, as the Seminoles of Florida State University maintain their undefeated season, as they put up a 40-burger on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and beat them 41-16.
Hey,
there was never
that
any doubt.
Keon Coleman. That Coleman is a bad man. Woo! That one-handed catch in the end zone was just ridiculous.
As
he
now
just made it look easy.
Goes to, yeah, he certainly has. As the number 4 team in the nation stays at number 4 with 8-0, as the first playoff rankings will come out Tuesday, and as it stands right now, Florida State would be in the playoff in the 4. So it's the top 4 seeds in the playoffs, which you think they are eventually going to stand. But yeah, Florida State took control, led to nothing, and never looked back. Jordan Travis was on a mission, threw for 359, threw for 3 TDs. Benson, Knowles, and yes, indeed, Keon Coleman just continues to impress. Had 2 more. And yeah, Florida State did what Florida State did, but there were some upsets today in the top 25. And the Kansas Jayhawks with the huge upset over number 6 Oklahoma. They get by the Sooners 38-33. They storm the field. They grab the goalpost. They threw the damn goalpost in the damn lake. Which makes no sense to me, but hey.
No, wait, you're serious? They really did that?
For a basketball school that is a traditional basketball school to get a win like that. Huh? Yeah.
They seriously threw the goalpost in the
field. Grab the goalpost.
I know that.
They threw the goalpost in the lake, and one idiot jumped in the lake also. But the bottom line is the Kansas Jayhawks upset the number 6 team in the country by beating the Oklahoma Sooners 38-33. And North Carolina is leaking oil. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets upset them in Atlanta by a score of 46-42, as now UNC has lost 2 straight games, which should take them up the top 25. And just recently, about an hour and a half ago, the Wildcats of Arizona upset the number 11th ranked Oregon State Beavers 27-24. As you gotta love it. As Oregon State was actually up 17-13, but Arizona came back to win the game, and the Wildcats go to 5-3. The Beavers go to 6-2. And now the Colorado Buffaloes are leaking oil, as number 23rd ranked UCLA beats Colorado 28-16.
They've been leaking oil.
It was a shootout. Yeah, but it's starting to get worse now. Washington Stanford gave it a valiant effort, but Washington pulls the way through with a 42-33 victory. Michael Penix just continues to be Michael Penix, throws for 4 TDs, 1 interception. You got to think he's in line to win the Heisman Trophy, which I think might be the Huskies' first Heisman Trophy winner, if I'm not mistaken. Texas,
you wouldn't be wrong.
all over BYU, 35-6.
Bevo!
I certainly was not expecting this. Yeah, Bevo strikes again. I certainly was not expecting this. I was expecting a more competitive game, but the Oregon Ducks go into Salt Lake City and Rice-Eccles Stadium. And, of course, Rice-Eccles Stadium is not an easy place to play, let alone to win as the road team. But the Oregon Ducks not only end the Utes' 18-game home winning streak, but, I mean, did it in rather convincing fashion, 35-6. Bo Nix was efficient as can be, 24-31, 248, 2 TDs.
Whoa. That bad? I thought that game would have been a little more competitive than that. I'm sorry to cut you up and get back to the stacks. But wow.
Yeah, no. I was expecting this to be perhaps the game of the day because as we talked about it on a few shows ago, that we was looking forward to this. We were looking forward to this game because they're both ranked. It's number 8 versus number 13. Yes. It was 6-1 versus 6-1. And you're thinking this could be a slobber knock or a dogfight. But no, Oregon came in there and just laid the smack down. And it was quack, 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 quack over the Utes, 35-6, which puts Oregon now at 7-1.
That was a Mighty Ducks reference to anybody that was wondering.
Yes. The Flying V, all day, every day. Penn State gets back on the winning track. They beat Indiana 33-24. Indeed. Notre Dame, but they also go to 7-2. They thrash Pitt 58-7. Louisville shuts out Duke 23-0. Tulane survived by a Rice 30-28. And the Air Force Academy, the Air Force Falcons, beyond the wild blue yonder, number 19th ranked in the country and 8-0 on the season. They beat Colorado State 30-14. Tennessee comes back. They beat Kentucky 33-27. Ohio State gets the win, but it was a struggle against Wisconsin in Madison, but they held on to get the win 24-10. Number 12, Ole Miss beats Vanderbilt 33-7. James Madison ranked 25th. Good for them. They beat Old Dominion 30-27. And my Georgia Bulldogs, after they gave up the opening drive touchdown to the Florida Gators, basically woke up and said, that's enough of that, and thrashed the Florida Gators in the world's largest cocktail party, 43-20. Lad McConkey, yes, the son of former New York Giants wide receiver, had a very nice, solid game. Had 6 catches, $135 on a touchdown. Beck was solid throwing the ball, 19 of 20 for 315 and 2 TDs. Mr. Edwards again, solid 15 carries, 96 yards. Excuse me, and 2 TDs as the Dogs go to 8-0. Florida goes to 5-3. Our beloved California Golden Bears. They had them. They had them. Damn it, they had them.
I was so ready to call Pops if the Cal would have won that game. I had my phone in hand. He was about to get a crushing. Hey, your fake ass, chop ass team lost to Cal? Cal? Oh, I was so ready to give him the business. Couldn't even do it. Just fake ass chop. Just call them what they are.
I'm not mad at Coach Wilcox going for 2 and win. I'm not mad. I would have done the same thing. But damn it. You You were up 43-29. Damn it. Damn it.
You know what that reminds me? That reminds me of the Stanford Colorado game. Slightly. Tale of two halves.
Yeah. Yeah. And it definitely was the tale of two halves in Fresno, California, as Fresno State gets by UNLV in a huge matchup in Mountain West implications. The Bulldogs get the win 31-24. It was 17-7 UNLV led at the half, and Fresno State could not do anything. And then UNLV was in a giving mood. Fresno State forced some turnovers. They turned that into points. But, you have got to feel bad for the UNLV young receiver who was as wide open as you can be. And we saw that earlier in the Washington-Stanford game where the guy was wide open and had nothing but daylight ahead. I mean, the man was wide open in the end zone. Yeah. And he just simply drop it. And, both those guys have got to feel like they are the sickest guy in the room. And
yeah.
And I'll tell you,
that hurts.
I mean, his teammates, they were consoling the young man.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name on the roster. I think he was number 3 on UNLV, but I mean, he was as open and just, as they say, hit him in the wrong hands.
Just
I'm
as
sorry,
bad
that
as
was McKee, number 0 for UNLV, not number 3. He was number 0.
Yeah, just as bad as the tight end for the Saints. I can't think of his name right now. Former Raider.
Foster Moreau.
Foster Moreau.
Foster Moreau.
That's just
Moreau.
Hit him in the hands.
Yeah. As wide open as you can be, and just could not close it down. It's wow. It's It's tough. I mean, you could be that wide open.
All you can say is wow.
And just that is really all you can say. But nonetheless, Fresno State, they get the win by a final score of 31-24. And also,
good game.
Shout out to the alma mater Fairfield High. A fantastic win over the Armio Indians, 33-30 in overtime. Getting a huge win. Our nephew was out there balling. What?
They are not the Armio Indians. Get it right. The Royals.
Did I really say Indians?
Well, it's because that's what they were when we were in school. Yeah, I understand. I get it, but no. Yes. We're going to call them what they are. They're not the Indians anymore.
They are the Royals, but I will say this.
Mama named him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay.
Miss Hop. Yeah, I get that, but do not let Miss Hopkins hear you say Vallejo Redhawks, because she will go off. And she would be like, damn it, it's the Apaches. Get it right. But technically speaking, they are the Vallejo Redhawks. But you dare say Redhawks, she will go Apache crazy. But yes, our beloved alma mater, the Fairfield Falcons, beat the Armio Royals 33-30 in overtime in a fantastic game. Our nephew, wearing the 1-4, was balling out there.
Yes, he was.
And they took the inner city trophy. As I'm trying to find the score. No. Okay.
Yeah. I'm still pissed off that Armio came on our campus and burnt an A.
And burned an A. Yeah, yes. Burned an A on the campus.
Never forget that.
And
I will.
Did nothing. So
I was ready
Fairfield and Armio both finished with Fairfield and Armio both finished with identical 6-4 records on the season.
It don't matter. They got the trophy, so it don't matter.
Yeah, they got
that's the tiebreaker right there.
They got the trophy. Correct. You are correct. Now, unfortunately, they finished 2-3 in league, so I don't know if they qualify for the playoffs. But the important thing is they got the win to close out the season. It started off good for Fairfield. They were up 23-7 at the half, and then Armio made a roaring comeback in the second half as they outscored the Falcons 23-7 in the second half. But at the end, Fairfield got the ball and won it in overtime on a field goal. As I'm looking at
kickers matter.
The quarterback.
Remember that. Kickers matter.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Let's see. What did he do? Trying to get our nephew's
looking up
stats here.
Oh yeah, okay.
So bear with me.
I thought didn't he have an interception?
Looking up his stats.
I think he had an interception. If I'm not mistaken.
That is a good. Well, looking at Dominic's stats here. If I can find it. Well, he did complete 5 of 7 passes on the season.
And he played quarterback?
I think he did. Yeah, he played quarterback. I want to say he got on a punt return, if I'm not mistaken. Now, here's the thing. Do they qualify for the playoffs? That's what I would like to know. As we check the standings of the Monticello Empire League. So, in the MEL, which was the same name of the league that Mizzle and I played in when we played our respective sports for Fairfield High, Vanden finished conference perfect record of 5-0, finished the regular season overall 8-2, finished on a 7-game winning streak. Vacaville High finished 6-4, 4-1 in the league. Rodriguez 7-3. Fairfield and Armio both finished 6-4. Wood finished 4-6, but Wood was winless in conference play. Armio was 1-4 in conference play. Fairfield was 2-3 in conference play. As Vacaville thrashed Wood 48-13. Vanden beat Rodriguez 20-14, which that game also went into overtime. So let's click on that and see what's going on next. Oh, that's about it. Okay. But yeah, shout out to the alma mater for getting the win, 33-30. And we have a World Series even going back to Phoenix. But definitely got to talk about the first 2 games. Definitely got to go back to game 1. Game 1 was a fantastic back and forth game.
Yes, it
Rangers
was.
on the board first. Diamondbacks answer. Diamondbacks tack on 2 games, and I didn't pay much to him because he was wearing that other blue that we don't like. But Corey Seager has been clutch in the postseason. Yes, he has been clutch. Hit a massive 2-run homer in the 9th to tie it, and then we had big boy, real extra inning baseball. No ghost runners. You had to earn your way around all 4 bases to win the game. Real extra innings baseball.
Yes.
Adolis Garcia, once again, just shows why he has been special in this postseason. He had a walk-off opposite field home run as the Rangers got the 7-5 win in game 1. But the Diamondbacks, their name has been the answer backs all year long, and Merle Kelly was outstanding for the Rangers tonight. And bless you too. Thank you for chiming in.
No, thank you.
But Merle Kelly was outstanding. He went. But Merrill Kelly was outstanding as the Diamondbacks got 6 for 14 with runners in scoring position as they beat the Rangers 9-1 in Game 2. Ketel Marte now has set a new postseason record. He has the longest hitting streak in postseason history as he passed Hank Bauer and Manny Ramirez, hitting in 18 consecutive postseason games. Again, that is the ongoing current new record of a hitting streak in postseason baseball.
That's some good company.
But again, yeah, it is. It's an American company. But yeah, Merrill Kelly was outstanding. He went 7, struck out 9, only gave up the one hit, which was a home run to Mitch Garver, which at that time actually made the game 2-1. But the Diamondbacks scored 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th, or 2 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th as they thrived, as they hit 6 for 14 with runners in scoring position, while the Rangers went 0 for 1. But as they say, if you're the road team in the World Series, you at least want to get one. And the Diamondbacks got that. So day off to travel. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, games 3, 4, and 5 of the Fall Classic inside the big ATM known as Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Should be a real intriguing matchup, but Corbin Carroll was 2 for 5. Tommy Pham has had an outstanding World Series so far. He went 4 for 4 today. Gurriel went 2 for 3. Alex Thomas went 2 for 1. Yeah, very, very well. I mean, they had 16 hits, and only Christian Walker and no. The whole starting lineup at least got 1 hit.
Wow.
The only person that didn't hit was 2 pinch hitters. So everybody in the starting line for the Diamondbacks at least got 1 hit in Game 2 tonight, as they had 16. So again, the answer backs do what the answer backs do. They answer, they respond, they get the win by the final score of 9-1. And a Sharks legend calls it a career. Jumbo Joe Thornton decides to hang up the skates.
Yeah, I saw it.
After a very long, distinguished career that started with the Boston Bruins. He came to the Sharks, did everything he possibly could to help the Sharks win a Stanley Cup. He was a part of that magical ride that took us on in the 2015-2016 season.
Yes.
As Jumbo, with one of the great hockey beards of all time, decides to call it a career. But simply, Joe Thornton, thank you very much for all the years you played in San Jose, and thank you for all your contributions to the Teal and Black. Enjoy your retirement, good sir. But I'm pretty sure the current Sharks could use you, because are they ever going to win a game? Are they going to fucking score to win a game?
Are they going to score?
That too. Actually, you know what? I think they scored tonight.
Whoop-de-doo.
I could be wrong. Hold on.
No, I think they scored 2. I think they scored 2.
You're not.
You might be right. I think they scored 2, because I think the score was either 5-2, 4-2.
We like to make sure,
something like that. Give it to me. Let me know. I was wrong. Oh, 9-1. Damn.
Hold on, I'm trying to get to the scores here. Let's see where they at. They were off tonight, so let's go back to last night.
Oh, okay. So that's why you couldn't find it.
It is working.
All right.
They were shut out by the Hurricanes on Friday.
Yep.
Stop it. Yeah. Tom Sewell, as always. Hold on.
I think he stays in the building.
Yeah, he definitely does. All right, so The last 2 losses, they have been shut out. 6-0 to Tampa, 3-0 to the Hurricanes. And oh, by the way, you got to go play the great Ovechkin on Sunday. Good luck with that. You got to go play the great Abe.
So another L.
So, big
So.
And then
it's tough being the Sharks fan.
Now you want to talk about a home schedule. Yeah. Then you want to talk about a home schedule gauntlet. At the beginning of November, here's what they are. Home to the Canucks. Home to the Penguins. Home to the Flyers. Home to the Oilers.
Maybe one. Rest of them is L's. I get one. But I think everything else is L's. I don't think they're a whole new team now, though. So I guess we can't be too hard on them. They're in rebuilding. So new management, new everything. So they're going to be the worst team in hockey.
The teal and black, it really is.
As long as they beat LA, I don't care.
Again,
they can suck the rest of the year. As long as they beat LA, we're good.
Yes,
good.
Beat the Kings. Beat the Kings. Beat the Ducks. Beat Southern California. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
So, as you thought it would happen, Richard Garoppolo is looking like he's on track to play. And just a few hours ago, Brock Purdy has cleared concussion protocol and will play against the Bengals on Sunday during Alumni Weekend at Jeans Stadium in Great America.
How do you feel about that?
Which I know you're not a bit. I'm kind of torn because, like I said, we knew Brock Purdy was that guy to try to come back and fight and get in there and want to play again. But I'm thinking, you know what? It's the last game before your bye week, and you definitely want to be, rested at an all-time high. Same with the offensive line. It's just, I don't know if Trent Williams is just risking it. Almost kind of like is Garoppolo risking it, trying to come back to play against the Lions on Monday night. But, this is what happens when you are dealing with quarterback issues. But Brock is scheduled to play. He beat the protocol, which is good because, dang it, I did not want to see Sam Darnold because he's still seeing ghosts. So, I digress. But, I mean, it's good for Brock, but I'm just saying if Brock is showing signs of fatigue or struggling, I would say don't waste it. Get him out. And unfortunately, if you have to, put Sam Darnold in. But nonetheless, Purdy is ready to go. He is scheduled to go. And we shall see if he will indeed play on this upcoming Sunday as the Niners host the Bengals. And go figure the Niners want to be a-holes and host Alumni Week when the Bengals come to town just to rub back in their face of Super Bowl 16 and Super Bowl 23.
Yeah, you took the words right out my mouth. That's what was coming.
I don't doubt it. But nonetheless, there is some other things going on in the world of sports. If I can get to it.
Okay, just the technology is just moving a little bit slow right now. Nothing wants to cooperate when you need it to cooperate.
Well, it well, it certainly didn't want to do it, but here we go. His Sixers are on the board.
Oh. Is that what we're doing?
As they beat.
It feels
That's
good.
what we're doing. Of course, after every Sixers win, we play Mr. Sir Elton John. Because He is living free. It is definitely Philadelphia freedom.
Oh yes. Oh yes. They displayed a good it was sluggish. It was sluggish in the beginning. The first quarter, the Raptors couldn't miss. The Raptors couldn't miss at all. I think they went 8 for 8 or 10 for 10 behind the 3-point line. The first quarter was just ugly, but they pulled it out. And what have I been talking about since they drafted this young man? The moment that I saw that they drafted Tyrese Maxey, I was like, yes, we got something. And
he is certainly not scared of the moment for sure.
No,
he
not at all.
The moment to just bow down. And he was huge, hitting back-to-back threes towards the end.
Multiple.
But again, it still goes through the big man as Maxey and Embiid both combined for 78 of the Sixers 114. They each had 34 points.
That's what you want your backcourt and your front court to do. That's good balanced basketball. And the bench played well. Tobias Harris played well. Melton played well.
Oubre with 18 big points off the bench.
His past 2 games have been spectacular. But then again, we know what Kelly Oubre is, bro. He'll have these games and he'll disappear.
Yes.
So I'd rather have the Oubre later on in the year, but I'll take it now. But he needs to be consistent. The bench played well. Defense was nice. Like I said, just the first quarter was sluggish, but the halftime adjustments were spectacular. And just to see Tyrese Maxey just continue to grow and make big shots when we need it. And PJ Tucker was out there balling too, even though he's not a scorer, but his defense and rebounding was tremendous as well. It helped out a lot.
No.
But
if he adds points, if he adds anything extra on the offense, it's normally a tough day. It's definitely a tough day to beat Philadelphia for sure.
Yeah.
Now, as we go back to now, we will talk about the rest of the action that happened in the association on tonight, but we need to go back to last night real quick because even though he has himself a new star to promote his his label. Not his.
Are we talking about not lighting that damn beam? Is that where we get that?
There was no beam. There was no beam lighting.
Nah.
As well. Nah. There's a guy that wore number 30 for the Golden State Warriors, and basically he said this as the man, the myth, the legend. You know the man's name. His name is Wardell, and he came through with 41 of them buckets as the Warriors get their first win of the season as they get by the Kings in epic fashion. As again, Curry had 41 of those buckets last night in the state capital, and there was no beam lighting as the Warriors got the win 122-114.
They thought they was going to like that
Fox. Him and Curry went back and forth. Him and Curry went back and forth as De'Aaron Fox had 39 of those big ones, and you can just see the talent and why he is as special as they come. But it was a whole lot of spread out scoring after that because the Warriors had 11 from Wiggins, 10 from Paul, 18 from Clay, 12 from Kuminga, Moody with 10. So it's just a big team effort. Even though Diamantis Sabonis, 19 points and 18 rebounds, he was all over the place, off the glass for Sacramento. So just to recap what happened on Friday. As mentioned, Warriors beat the Kings 122-114. Pistons beat the Hornets 111-99. Nuggets 2-0. They beat the Grizzlies 108-104. Knicks on the board. They beat the Hawks 126-120. Heat and Celtics, a dang good game as they add to their rivalry in the Eastern Conference. They lose to Boston 119-111. Thunder beat the Cavaliers 108-105. The Bulls in overtime beat the Raptors 104-103. Also in overtime, the Spurs, they're on the board. They beat the Rockets 126-122. Mavericks get by the Nets 125-120, which leads us to tonight's action. In a losing effort, Zach LaVine, 51 of those buckets.
Yes.
In a losing contest to the Pistons.
The work. Yeah.
Yes. The Wizards beat the Grizzlies 113-106, and Jordan Poole.
Oh.
We love you. We love you. You are a huge contributor to the 2022 title, but there's just some things you don't do. You are not Wardell Stephen Curry II.
No.
Stop that. Stop that. Just stop.
He really tried that shot. He really tried.
You don't mean seeing to trying to mimic Wardell or trying to, do as a JP. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you. Thank you for chiming in.
Sir.
And congratulations to those Fighting Beavos as they thrash the BYU Cougars in a major way, as we say hook 'em horns to our good friend, which again, you can catch JP, Country K, and DJ Mac 6 on the Brunetta Brothers Productions page on YouTube. That's the All Pro Jaffos every Tuesday and every Wednesday. I'm sorry, Tuesday and Friday. I beg your pardon. Forgive me. Again, Tuesday and Friday, the All Pro Jaffos, JP, Country K, Matt Sticks, one of the best shows on YouTube. So going after tonight's action, Grizzlies lose to the Wizards 113-106. Pelicans beat the Knicks 96-87. Pacers beat the Cavaliers 125-113. We talked about Mizzle Sixers getting on the board. Yeah, we did talk about Boomer Sooner losing to Rockhawk Jayhawk KU, which I know that brings much delight to you in seeing Oklahoma lose to a basketball school, because that's what it really was. Oklahoma lost to a basketball school football 38-33.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's here nor there. But continuing scores from the association, the Heat lose to the Timberwolves 106-90, and the Suns get on the board as they beat the Jazz 126-104, and that is the action from the association for Saturday. And coming up tomorrow on Sunday, Warriors. Yes, we know that's how you feel about the Sooners. Yes, indeed, we know. We definitely know.
The passion is real right now. And I love it.
Have some. Oh yeah, when it comes to JP talking about the doggone Sooners, he will tell you how he feels about the crimson colors of Oklahoma University.
I understand his passion with that. That's like asking me, how do I feel about Miami? You know what I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, JP, feel free to
let
the passion out on the teams you do not like.
Well, JP, let me ask you this, and I'm pretty sure you guys talked about this on Tuesday, but it's actually official. Do you feel like Purdy is being brought back too soon with this concussion protocol? Because apparently it started after Monday night, and then he didn't go into protocol until I think Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, and now he's been cleared. Do you think they're rushing him too soon, JP, or do you think if he's healthy, let him play? Give me your thoughts real quick as you ponder and think about this. But nonetheless, what was I going to say? Yes, okay, so tomorrow's action, Warriors at the Rockets in Houston, which supposedly Draymond Green will be making his debut for the season. which is always helpful for the Warriors and gets their defense set. Nuggets and Thunder, Hawks at the Bucks. The Trailblazers coming to, well, you're not wrong about that, JP. You're not wrong about that at all. Of course, Philly back at home against the Trailblazers in Portland, and the Spurs and Clippers, and then the nightcap, the Lakers and the doggone Kings. To recap the action that is coming up tomorrow or later on.
That sucks.
So, yeah, it does. But nonetheless, a lot of action going on in Week 8. Just to preview some of the top games of the day in the NFL for Week number 8. First off, we have the Battle of East Rutherford, New Jersey, between the Jets and the Giants.
Ooh.
Which is weird to say. But they're still giving the Jets -3. Go figure. Anyhow,
Really?
Patriots and the Dolphins and South Beach. Normally the Patriots have not. Yeah. The Battle of East Rutherford. Which is the Jets and the Giants.
I don't. Yeah,
that's what happens.
Who do we pick in that?
Jaguar. Well, let me get out the handy dandy notebook. Hold on a second.
Yeah, let's give a rundown. Let's also give a rundown of the picks that since you're gonna run down some of the top games. Let's get that fresh in the brain.
Well, I think the top game of the weekend in the NFL is probably I want to say it's going to be a pretty interesting game between the Cowboys and the Rams, and or the Patriots and the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill might go for 200 yards again against the Patriots. You never know. But the Jaguars and Steelers is always intriguing because I know back in the old AFC Central, Pittsburgh would struggle going to Jacksonville.
That might be good. That might be a good one to watch.
That continues, or will the Steelers hold home field at the Big Ketchup Bottle? So, anyways, to recap of what's going on with Week 10, we both like the Bills. We both like the Dolphins. Of course, he's not going against Tomlin. He's picking the Titans. I took the Falcons. We both took Miami. We both took Houston. Yep. We both took the Cowboys. We both took the Vikings. We both saw the exercise of the Colts, Jonathan Taylor. Both like the Eagles. He likes the Seahawks. I like the Browns. Both like the Jets in this particular matchup, but both like the Chiefs, Bears, and Lions to round out our picks for Week 8, which again, Mizzle is 62-29. I'm 52-40.
Ooh.
He's just awaiting the Slurpee on ice. For his lack of a better term. But yeah, the Seahawks are busting out with the old Steve Largents. So you'll see a whole lot of old Steve Largent jerseys being bust out on the Seahawks and the 12s this upcoming later on today, I should say, not this upcoming week, later on today, as they take on the Cleveland Browns. But
yes.
Jaguar Steelers is always a good time when they get together. The Battle of East Rutherford, Patriots, the Dolphins, Saints at Colts, Packers, and Vikings. Always a physical, tough black and blue game when they get together. And, of course, the Texans trying to hold serve against the Panthers. So it's very NFC top heavy on this upcoming Sunday. Yeah. That's not even to mention the Commanders and the Eagles.
Do you see
nonetheless
the Commanders trading away both of their studs? Do you see that happening?
That is a damn good question. Very damn good question.
Because I'll take one of them.
I don't know
right now.
I'll
take one of them right now.
I know you would. I know you definitely would. I would do the same. So supposedly the Titans are not going to trade Derrick Henry.
Smart.
Oh, definitely. So yes, the Titans say that they're not going to trade Derrick Henry. There were some teams inquiring that were busting out paper bags and more bags to try and get King Henry's service, but that's not going to happen. So
good move.
Kudos to both movies. Both good moves.
Now, the Elways can trade everybody in their organization, and I wouldn't care. Trade everybody. Go for it. Just go ahead and blow the whole shit up.
Well, I've already
wouldn't care.
Well, I've already.
Yeah, you put your 2 cents in for Patrick Surtain. Yes, you did.
No, he doesn't care. He knows this is about Patrick. Now, if Patrick Mahomes is putting out the fire as a fireman, then I know something's wrong. Something is wrong. So we might perhaps have the best Sunday night game of the year between the Bears and the. Yes, I do want Patrick Surtain. Yes, absolutely, I do. Since the Lions don't want to give up Montez Sweat or Mr. Young there, I definitely would take them right now on my team to help build my pass rush and build my interior and stop the run on defense. That's just me, but hey, I'm not John Lynch, and I'm like, I gotta give up. Who? No, thank you. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at all. But nonetheless, all signs points to Garoppolo starting in Detroit on Monday. So we will get Mizzle's thoughts on how the Raiders can even try to think upset to beat the Lions, between the Lions and the Raiders.
I don't see any way besides play good defense. The defense is going to have to win this game because the offense, until they show me otherwise, I don't see them scoring no more than 16 points. So I need my defense to come show up. We good. I think we get Nate Hobbs back, so that's good. But we lose Diablo. That hurts. So as long as the defense can come and tackle and keep pressure on Goff, which my team doesn't get other than Max Crosby gets pressure, but the back end has the tackle and stop Amon St. Brown. And if the offense wants to show up,
well, he is definitely.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, JP said he wants Surtain and Young to help both the defense. Which, I mean,
that's trading the farm to get those
not
two.
Wrong, but he's also saying that the Lions will drop a 40-burger.
Not shocked. Wouldn't be shocked. Honest. Wouldn't be shocked.
Well,
I don't think
that definitely makes two of us. But
well, hell, they scored 6 points last week. Do you think they're gonna score? Do you really think they're gonna score 6 points against the Raiders? True. No, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
No.
So I don't know. Josh McDaniels, like I say, I've been saying Josh McDaniels cannot coach out of a porta potty. So, and he's continuing to show me he can't coach out of a porta potty. So, he has arguably
he says you go into the
best
tank.
Route running receiver. You got two of the best route running receivers in the NFL, and one you don't even dial up anything for him. And you can't get Devontae Adams the ball. And I'm talking about Hunter Renfrow as well. So until I see otherwise,
how do
just gonna preach the
how How do you feel about that? Because I mean, the man has been nothing but a model citizen since he was elected to the Raiders in 2008, in 2012.
I told you what was going to happen the moment we signed Josh
McDaniels. Help me understand that. Was that just another Embiid big man type of move per se?
I don't understand why he can't get him the ball, but he's doing the same destruction to this team that he did in Denver. He traded away Jay Cutler and drafted Tim Tebow.
Correct.
Now, I'm not saying that Derek Carr still should have been there. I'm done with the 9 years of Derek Carr, but you downgraded at quarterback. You did not upgrade.
Yes.
Jimmy, I told you Jimmy was going to be broken by week 5. I think he got hurt, week 3? He's already broken. So,
well,
I don't think I'm going to listen to the game.
Once you break the
I don't really want to listen.
Once you break his soul, I
don't think I want to listen to this embarrassment. And my supervisor is a Lions fan.
Well, you can always watch the World Series.
No, I'll be at work. So I'll be at work. So I gotta listen to. Not listen to anything.
No, what I'm saying is, somebody couldn't put the TVs in how many ever rooms there are and put the TV on and go watch your team that you root for playing a game. I just don't get it, understand it, but I get it. Then that.
Why watch the embarrassment?
I understand. Say that again.
Why watch the embarrassment when you know it's going to happen?
Oh, the infamous mighty Jordan shrug. Well,
as we have the rings of death, I'll just say this. I don't understand how they have how you put that product of football on the field. I don't understand.
Here comes technology doing that crap again. I really
is it me that's frozen?
Fans, we apologize for the technical difficulties that we're doing. No, you weren't frozen. It was just you weren't moving, and then all of a sudden both screens just went bye-bye, and just black space was occupying the windows. Like we're in space with Jason Voorhees, but that's for another story. But Warriors and Sixers are on the board. A lot of stars sitting out back-to-backs. It's just the second game of the season. Like, come on, good grief. But Spurs get the win. Bulls get the losing effort, despite the fact that Levine put up 51 in a losing effort, which is something you don't understand of how that can happen in a losing effort. Actually, I can because probably hogged the ball. So there you go. I just answered my own question. The less. What are you looking forward to seeing here on week number 8 this upcoming Sunday?
Like as you mentioned earlier, the Steelers and Jaguars game, because as you say, it's always interesting when those two get together. So,
yes, it always is in the old AFC Central. Yes,
that will be my game to watch, and to also to focus to watch your team to see what Brock Purdy's going to do, even though he's coming off a concussion, just to see if they made the right decision. So that's my take.
That will definitely be something if they do make the right decision or not. But one thing that I did notice was the how can I say, the wanting to get that sign that was in her grandmother's SUV for many years, which again, rest in peace to Miss Janice. But I really want to see how this concussion protocol is going to affect Brock in him throwing the ball and getting the timing down. Even though I still think that McCaffrey should not play, but he's probably going to give it a go.
Definitely agree.
Because I always say the best, which I say the best remedy for trying to come back from a hurt oblique is to actually build it. Because, I mean, again, it's starting the trenches, which you got to call CMC off because you want CMC for the playoff duration, to where you can use Mason and you can use Ty Davis Price to complement the running back for the Niners, which is Christian McCaffrey, and not have him shoulder the whole load. But, this is something we wish that didn't happen, but nonetheless, here we are. But I do think the Bengals and Niners will be a very intriguing matchup when they do get together. And for the nightcap of the nation's capital, it is the... Wait a minute, there is no Sunday night game? Okay, no Sunday night game. Interesting. Or
how is there no Sunday night game?
Somebody's playing on Sunday night. Just...
Wait, that's not... Wait, how is there no Sunday night?
Say that again?
How is there no Sunday night game? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, I know it's not until spring, but, I would love to have... Yeah. But nonetheless, we appreciate our two
the Bears and Chargers
actual viewers that are actually watching us. But Mizzle and I are going to go take naps because we do got some early church in the morning to fulfill. But who's to say that I will not be back on tonight with a different outfit and a liquid sweater? But nonetheless, kudos. As some would say that Texas Fury embarrassed boxing, but he gets the win with a unanimous decision, as a split decision for Fury almost cost him the belt, and the belt which was cost by the great referee. But anyhow, tragedy in the world of Hollywood, as Matthew Perry, best known as his role as Chandler on Friends, unfortunately lost his life at the age of 54. Of course, it's been well documented that Matthew Perry talked about his drug addiction and alcohol addiction and how he went to therapy and how he got clean, and you were thinking he was well on his way, but
I heard his book was good too.
Gone at the age. Yeah, his memoir that he wrote, which I don't think any of his co-stars, friends are going to read it, but you have to wonder what their thoughts are as they're, finding this stuff out, because obviously the priest wants an answer, and hopefully he should have had somebody in there with him during his last rites, as he was found drowned in his hot tub in his home, which is very tough. But we want to send our condolences to him and his family and those of the Friend Show. Also, in addition to that,
good call.
We lost an icon of Hollywood again as Richard Mole, who played Bull on Night Court.
Bull.
He ended up passing away.
Yeah.
And yes, the Bull. And
I might have to go on Peacock and watch Night Court.
Of course, he started as. I might have to go put on some Night Court with one of the great TV themes of all time. And it's sad to say that really Field and Jonathan are the last surviving members of the starting credits of Night Court. That's weird to fathom that John Lithgow, Marshall Warfield, and there's somebody else that's left from that show that's still alive. But yeah, I mean, out of the main cast and crew, Jonathan Lithgow and And Marsha Warfield, the last remaining cast members of Night Court, which is quite.
It was a great cast as well, though.
But
great cast.
Yeah, very, very funny cast, and of course, like I said, one of the best themes ever for a sitcom, which a lot of people will just start to hum. Exactly that. Which Night Court was a very big staple on Thursdays on NBC.
Yes,
and definitely one of the funniest shows. Harry Anderson, who played the judge, was as funny as can be on that show.
Preach.
Along with Bull and Marcus. Certainly our prayers out to the Bull family and prayers to the family of Matthew Perry and of course his castmates from Friends, and for those that were actually fans of the Friends show, our thoughts and prayers go out to you as well. But anyhow, Mizzle and I are going to go take naps because we do have to go to church in the morning. But we will come back later on to recap Week 8 of the National Football League and go into more details about Monday Night Football between the Lions and the Raiders. But there's no early morning games, so all the games will be on your regular scheduled time, so you guys can actually sleep in and not worry about pressing to make your fantasy lineup. But nonetheless,
unless you got to go to
episode 124 is in the books. That too. Episode 124 in the books of the Mizzle An Dub Show. We appreciate y'all watching. To our 2 viewers that watch from start to finish, we appreciate y'all. Special shout outs to RT Mika's Fly. We appreciate you. Also, JP, we appreciate you for checking in and chiming in. Of course, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. But of course, you can catch us live here on YouTube via StreamYard. For Mizzle, this is Double A saying, we thank you for watching number 124 of the Mizzle An Dub Show. And as always, it's 5 o'clock. Some damn where.
Thanks, Ryan.
We love you too, and we appreciate you.
Yes.
Oh, yes.